how would one differentiate a desire that is coming from the place of ego, or from the place of a deep purpose and from the place of pure consciousness?
Um, that's a great question. So, look, I think we're given gifts, right? We all have our
Mm,
gifts, and so many of us deny them, right? We just think, well, no, who
mm,
am I to do this? I have this thing that's wanting to come through, and it doesn't feel right, right? It doesn't feel like
mm,
that's not who I am, right? And I think, but it's still present. And to me, if it's one of those things that continues to be there despite you, or just say, that I don't even know why that's coming up for me, or that's not, that's beyond anything. To me, that is that pure source coming through. That is
mm.
source wanting to know itself, right?
Yeah.
Um, but in terms of kind of like the earthly everyday desires, most of those are connected to ego. But on the flip side of that, there are just things that I believe we're here to experience, right? And so
Mm.
getting another, getting a 75-inch TV because I only have a 55-inch TV, that's probably very much ego, right? So, but
Yeah.
if it is,
But
but
even there's nothing wrong in that, right? Like
no,
this
no, no,
technically.
no. It's
Mm,
it's
yeah.
it's like, hey, just have fun. That's for that's
Yeah.
part of this whole experience. Um,
Mm,
I think that it's questioning. It's continuing to question. Why do I want that? Is that what I want, or is that what I think I should want? Is that what society is, keeps putting up in my face? That's something that I want. I'll give an
mm,
example. Um, a long, quite a long time ago, we lived in a place, it was Victoria, BC, and there in the inner harbor there would be these big yachts that would come in and they would park themselves there, and so my husband and I would go down and we'd go for a Sunday walk, and then we'd just go and hang out or sit down,
mm,
and you just see all these kind of cool things. And so I just said to Jeff, I said, I want a yacht. Right?
mm.
It's like, okay, yeah, I want a yacht. And so I started thinking, okay, that would be a cool thing. And then, just
Mm,
trying to go through into the law of attraction, because that's where I was at that point. And
mm,
then there was a day I kind of thought, wait a minute, I don't really like, why would I don't want to be out, on the water, like in the ocean. Like that's the last thing I
mm,
want to do, right? I'm not a water person. I like to be by the water, not necessarily on it or in it. So,
mm.
but I like to be by it. But and I was thinking, it was like, well, there's all these people that you could see, all these people that were working there. It's like, okay, it's just, there's a lot of people there. So even if I'm on my yacht with my husband and we're friends, there's going to be lots of other people, which I don't really want either, right? And
Mm,
so there was just this moment, was like, oh, I thought I wanted that, but I really
mhm,
didn't. It was just something that, okay, if that would just show that I'm rich and powerful and whatever. But I think when you start to really spend some moments to look at, really delve in, why is it that I want this? Is this something that I really do want, or is this something that
mm.
I think, is going to give me, you know, status, or people are
Yeah.
going to look at me differently? Or, it's I'm doing that because I think I'm going to get something, as opposed to just enjoying the experience. So I
Yeah.
don't know if that
Yeah.
answers the question, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
yeah,
And yeah, like you said, there's nothing wrong in that, but staying
no,
at that place throughout your life, not evolving beyond that, is a loss. That's all.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
But then you get to come back.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you have to say about the nature of mind in all this? This conscious mind, subconscious mind. So a lot of stuff is happening at the subconscious level, right? I think
Hmm.
lot of stuff is there.
Hmm.
So that is where we have to go to take account of our frequency.
Yeah, I mean, so the subconscious mind is, I mean, we have like, it's estimated 60,000 thoughts a day,
Mm,
and our subconscious mind processes about, I think it's like 400 billion bits of information per second.
mm,
Our conscious mind is like 2,000 bits, of information per second. So our subconscious mind is constantly processing all kinds of stuff,
mm,
and only what makes it up to our conscious mind is what we focus on. So how we use this, to me is like, okay, what is it that's going to help me in my life, in my daily life,
mm,
right? So it
mm,
really always comes down to focus, but
mm,
how we connect in with the I am or source is through our subconscious mind.
mm,
So meditating, take some time to be quiet, to connect in with 0 point. That is the most, I think those things are very useful because that grounds you, or
mm,
again allows you to be able to listen or to witness or to get those messages
mm.
from source that will take you where you want to go.
Yeah.
Was that actually what you asked?
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to ask the importance of subconscious mind, and how can this teaching that you're
Mhm.
telling us, how can we take this to the subconscious mind, right? Like right now we are listening and our conscious mind is listening. Do you suggest any practices through which one can make this a habit?
Again, that I do with my clients is really every morning is if you can get up and track yourself, which is when you do a frequency release. So you
Okay.
just pay attention to what is the things, what are kind of the negative things that are coming up for me,
Hmm. Hmm.
and release those, right? And so
Hmm.
there's all kinds of clearing processes out there. Mine is, I got
Hmm.
my own, and so the
Hmm.
more that you can release that, if at night before you go to bed and first thing in the morning, if anything comes up, because sometimes we have bad dreams, and there's just, so we
Yeah.
release that, and then we activate the frequency that we want. So it's choosing what is it that we're going to focus on today,
Hmm.
and then connecting it with that frequency. So 0 point, so zap, so 0 point,
Hmm.
activate the frequency and just play with that during the day. To me, then it's connecting in through that day through centering,
Hmm.
and those things are kind of like the techniques. But
Hmm.
other than that, it's just gratitude. It's really just being in gratitude and going through your day. Though that gratitude alone will reprogram your subconscious
Yeah.
into a very different state than we generally are, right? Because again, we're so focused on the outer world, what's
Hmm.
going on, what is my next step, who's thinking this, who's doing what, and it's not necessarily getting us where we want to be.
If you liked the video, check out this next and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you and welcome to our community.